To be on social media or not when it comes to promoting your retreats is a question that comes up a lot, and I'm sure you've thought about it as well. So for many, and myself included, social media feels heavy and really not aligned with our values. It causes a lot of stress and anxiety in our lives and literally takes us away from reality. And it can cause some serious internal conflict because you see on Instagram, on Facebook, all these people doing it right, and you just can't seem to get there. You don't want to get there. It just doesn't, there's no connection with you. So in this video, I'm going to lay it all out for you, give you insights in how you can promote your retreat without social media. And I know it's possible because I do it for my own business. This is what I teach in my group programs and also with my one-on-one clients. I'm going to show you the pros and cons of using social media to promote your retreats, and I'll give you clarity so that at the end of this video, you'll be able to decide if you want to focus on social media or not when it comes to promoting your retreats. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Tiffany and I'm an online marketing strategist and tech expert helping retreat hosts market their retreats online. So on this channel, I share all of those tips and strategies that I recommend you use so that you can fill your retreats at the end of the day. So if you are a retreat host and you would like to learn from me, I recommend that you subscribe below so you can keep up to date with all my latest videos. So a little bit of a backstory. I quit social media. Today it's 2 years ago, and I decided to quit because both in my personal capacity as well as for my business, and it always was a bit of a conflict because I'm in online marketing, I should be in social media, where in fact it was just really causing me anguish, anxiety, stress, overwhelm and everything, and I was just not in a happy place. It was literally taking me away from spending time with my family, which is why I am doing my business in the first place, is to help you, but also to be able to have that work-life balance where I'm also very present with my family. And at the end of the day, living your life is why we are actually on this earth. So this decision 2 years ago was actually a pivotal moment for me, and that actually literally paved the way for I've got more peace, more tranquility and freedom, and I really haven't looked back. I haven't regretted being on social media, but it did force me in a way to come up with an alternative system for visibility, to increase my reach and to get more leads and clients and grow my following and everything without social media. So I had to really think about an alternative system and go against the grain of what is popular now, which is basically being on social media. And I really, like I said, I don't regret my decision. So I'm going to first go through the pros and cons of social media for your marketing your retreats, and then I'm going to share the system that I use for myself and my clients and in my programs, and then you can decide if it's for you. The pros of social media for promoting your retreat are the following. You can reach people who otherwise would not know about you and your retreat. So it's an avenue of visibility, which is great. And then you can engage with the people that interact with your posts. So you can reply to their comments, you can direct message them and all these different things, so you can build that connection with them. And if you leverage social media right, and I've seen it done right, it can be extremely powerful if it aligns with your values. And there's also a space to share what it's really like to be at your retreat. So if you've got material from your past retreats, it's a great way with video and photos to show what the experience would be like to be able to promote your upcoming retreats. Now, some people, like I said, do social media really well. And if that's you and you enjoy being on social media, brilliant, then that is your channel and that's what you should be focusing on. But if that's not you, then be open to this alternative system. Okay, so let's go through the cons of social media for promoting your retreat. Now, I know you've been feeling this as well because it is extremely time consuming having to constantly create new content that literally lives for about 5 hours on social media. So you create a post and it's visible. It has the highest visibility, what I mean is up within 5 hours, and then it kind of disappears, and then you're on this hamster wheel of having to create new content all the time, and it's exhausting. It's like you never get there. It's just one step further, and you just can't seem to get to the end because there is no end. And not everyone, and me included, likes to share personal stuff on social media. I'm a very private person. My family life is very private. I understand to build a connection, you need to have that little bit of a softness and private connection, but I'm not going to display it to the world in the public for everybody to see. And also, it is a known fact that the social media algorithms are built in a way with this addictive nature. So this endless scroll, and it gives you this dopamine hit, which is the happy hormone, each time you go on it and interact. So your body craves to go back on it. So that for me was really apparent with social media. So I had to make that clean cut because it was affecting my mental health. Now, let me share this alternative system I've been talking about that is good for visibility, for reach, and for generating leads and clients. It really does work. There is initial setup, but then it's pretty automatic, and then you have to be consistent. Now, please note, this is my personal insight and system that works for me. And yes, there are some extremely successful retreat businesses using social media. That's great. But I want to show you this as an alternative way if you feel being on social media is not for you. But it's not, this system is not for everyone. You can give it a go, but it works for me. The first part of this system is to create a powerful lead magnet that your ideal client needs and wants, but at the same time is aligned with what your retreats are all about. So there needs to be a clear connection between your audience, what they need, plus what your retreat is all about. And this is critical to get right. This is where a lot of experimentation comes in, but once you have it right, it is the foundation of the system, and this is what will generate the success of it. My lead magnet is the Retreat Marketing Master Checklist. Now, I have tried lots of different other lead magnets to get to this point, but I know that that lead magnet works and is what people are needing right now because I've been listening to them and their problems. And I have people downloading this lead magnet on a daily basis. So every single day I get notifications saying XYZ has downloaded this lead magnet. If you don't know what a lead magnet is, I've got a link up here to a video that I created. It's describing what a lead magnet is, and it will give you a little bit more clarity of what yours could potentially be. Right, once they've downloaded the lead magnet, we move on to the next step, and that is redirecting them to a thank you page. Do not give them the lead magnet right there and then. You want them to go to their email inbox, first of all, to train that email inbox to make sure that your emails do not go into spam. So once they open and click on that email, that's a signal to the email software, be it Gmail or mail app in Mac or whatever you call it. And then you also, on your thank you page, want to tell them to follow you somewhere. If social media is not your thing and maybe you want to do a YouTube channel like what I do, on my thank you page, I've got, if you would like to learn more about retreat marketing, subscribe to my YouTube channel, a little blurb like that, and then people go there and subscribe. So I don't want them to just stop their interaction right when they've downloaded the lead magnet. I want to keep engaging with them because at that point they are at their most engaged level. So you want to keep that momentum going. And the next part is using social ads. Yes, I do leverage social media, but on the advertising side because they're so good at targeting. Social media, Facebook and Instagram are brilliant at targeting. And I know that my audience hangs out on Instagram, but I don't want to be posting every day, but I still want to tap into that. So what I do is I run social ads to promote my lead magnet, nothing else. I'm not promoting my programs as of yet. I'm not promoting my one-on-one services. No, I literally want to get people into my email list, and that's why I'm promoting my lead magnet. It's a much easier conversion, and the cost per conversion is very low at this point on social media. I'm going to give you some numbers, and that's, I'd want to be transparent of what I spend, and it might sound a lot, but it's actually not because of the return on investment that I get out of it. I spend 150 euros per month or dollars per month promoting my lead magnet on social media. Now imagine if you were having to create that content for your social media posts every day or every week, that time taking away from you that you could be spending generating more clients, working on the business side of things. Or even if you've hired someone to do the social media marketing for you, you're not going to get it less than 150 euros a month. That's the fact. So I'd rather spend that money promoting my lead magnet. What do I get for that investment? At this point, I get 4 new people per day on my email list, plus 2 new subscribers on my YouTube channel on a daily basis. Okay, it doesn't sound like a lot, but let's look at it in a yearly picture. I get 1,440 new email subscribers that are targeted, that are relevant, and are interested to hear from me on my email list. And I get 720 new YouTube subscribers watching my videos, creating that know, like, and trust factor, getting them into my ecosystem. And that my overall spend for that is about 1,800 euros per year. It is not a lot if you put it on a yearly, if you break it down, and the potential that I get from it. Right, so that is the setup for your lead magnets and building your list and your subscribers, or whichever you have chosen that you want them to do after downloading the lead magnet. Then what's really important is that I focus majority of my energy and time that I would have been creating content for social media, but rather creating a long form, value-packed content. So videos for my YouTube channel, which I then use on my blog as well. So I do spend a lot of time creating content because that is what you need to build a proper foundation for your retreat business, for any business really, to build that connection and to get people to stay with you, to binge watch, binge read your information. They're going to learn from you and they want to get that connection from you. So I do this weekly. Yes, life sometimes gets in the way, but my aim is every single week to record a video or write a blog post. And why do I want that? Because if I want to get traffic to my website for free for years to come, I want to be creating content for search engines such as Google and YouTube, and Google owns YouTube. So that's a double whammy there. If you want to learn how to create that content and why you should be creating that content for Google and YouTube, I just have completed a free workshop. It's called The Secrets to Ranking High on Google, Learn SEO for Retreat Businesses. And I'm going to link it up here as well. So when you have about an hour of your time, carve it out. And I've got some really good nuggets in there for you to learn. How do you choose which content you're going to be creating? And how do you make it so that Google, YouTube, and the person searching is happy, and so you will have the longevity of that content? Little tip, I'm not a passionate writer. I'd rather record a video first and then transcribe it using a transcription service such as otter.ai. No affiliate here, just recommending what I use. And then I take that text that I am speaking and I convert that into a blog. So I'm making Google happy with the blog and I'm making YouTube happy with the videos. And therefore I am doubling my chances of showing up in the rankings in Google and YouTube. And you will see that YouTube videos actually rank within Google as well. And then the last step of this is once you created your content, you will need to engage weekly or monthly with your email list that you are building, you're actively building. So you need to be keeping in contact with them with value-filled content. Now, I ask my subscribers when they join, do they want to hear from me weekly or monthly? Because I do not like to spam, and some people prefer monthly, some people prefer weekly, and that's absolutely fine. And then I know what they want to hear about because I'm constantly listening to what people are asking for, what their biggest challenges are, and I create the content based on that. Also, for transparency, my email open rate is over 40%. A good benchmark of your email list, you want between 20 and 30 or higher if possible of those to actually open your list. Then that is a highly engaged email list. Now let's compare that to social media. So the current average reach for an organic Facebook post is just 2.2%. But could be as low as 1.1% for some brand pages. And I'm going to put this in perspective. If you have a Facebook page with 1,500 followers, your post may only be shown to as few as 33 followers. If you have an email list of 1,000 subscribers and you've got an open rate of 40%, then that's 400 people that are seeing your content that are wanting to engage with you. So you can see there is a big advantage of having a highly engaged email list, and how it is such a hamster wheel on social media. You put so much effort in and then such a small percentage of people actually see your posts. Yes, there's lots of tactics to increase that, but it's very difficult to get it up to where the email open rates and click-through rates are. With this system, I am not having to worry about algorithm changes or the low reach that I might get from posting on social media. And I leverage 2 search platforms, that's Google and YouTube. And this sends me organic, which is free traffic for years. So the content I create now, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, even more in the future, I'm still getting traffic. And for me, that just makes much more sense. Spending time creating the content that will give me a long-term return on my investment, energy and time. And my audience, like I said throughout this video, is always my source of inspiration for content. So I'm always listening to the conversations that I have, always jotting down when I'm having a conversation with one of you, what are your problems? What can I help you with? What are you really struggling with? And then creating the content for you, because ultimately that's what I want. I want to be helping you grow and learn the skills to be able to master your retreat marketing. And as a result, I spend 80% of my time in my business creating content that is relevant and useful to keep this engine that I've just created oiled, efficient, and on automatic. So I have more free time to spend with my family. So in summary, social media can be a really useful tool to promote your retreat. And if you love it, great, use it in your marketing strategy. If you don't love it, there is an alternative way, as I've outlined in this video. And so you can get rid of that anxiety and panic each time you say, oh, I need to post, I've forgotten to post, or it's been a week or 2 weeks since I've posted on social media, and then you never gain the momentum. If you are that person, I hope I've put your mind at ease and I've taken a bit of weight off your shoulders, and know that there is a different way. And I want to know from you, basically, are you going to be carrying on with social media? How do you feel about this alternative system? Do you have any questions about the system I just laid out for you? Maybe something's not clear, or you want to know a little bit more in detail, let me know, and then I can create a video about it for you. Okay, until next time, bye-bye.